Hello and welcome back to Fact versus Fiction. I'm Archis and with me is Mohammed as usual. And today we're going to talk about coronavirus, which is taking the world by storm. As you know, 107 people have already died, all in China, and 18 countries have confirmed cases of coronavirus. I'll read them out: China, Thailand, Macau, Australia, Singapore, Taiwan, US, Japan, Malaysia, South Korea, France, Vietnam, Cambodia, Canada, Germany, Ivory Coast, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, the last two being neighbors of India. So it's kind of a scare, and there's a lot of panic going around. And what do we have in this panic?
We have fake news and we have people taking medical advice from WhatsApp.
Exactly. I mean, we already knew the amount of fake medical advice going around on WhatsApp, and with this panic, it has kind of gone to a next level. Now, amidst all this, you have a message going around on WhatsApp that we've received on a WhatsApp helpline as well.
Multiple times.
Exactly.
And this is really viral.
Exactly.
The chances are high that you've received this as well.
Exactly. Now you can see, if you look at the message now on screen, that you might have received it. It starts off with these words: most urgent, very serious, important information. And it goes on to say how you can avoid catching this virus by keeping your throat moist. Now that seems like a very simple way of avoiding a very deadly virus, that is known to be airborne. So Muhammad, what do you have to say about this message?
What makes this message even more suspicious is that it cites the Ministry of Health, and like there are a number of things then of do's and don'ts. So the Ministry of Health has in fact issued a list of things that you must do in order to in order to contain the spread of this virus. So let's start with a travel advisory on going to China, which has been updated as of the 25th of Jan. That is number one. Number two is if you want a helpline in this particular regard, the ministry has come out with a number 011-2397-8046. You can find this number on their website as well, so please give them a call for any information. Number three is that there is a 246-page manual for healthcare providers that is to be followed in case of this virus. And the fourth thing is that there is an actual tweet where the ministry cites the World Health Organization on what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So those are the do's, and none of them really carries the advisory given in this message, because this message is really weird,
Yeah.
For example, let's start with the link provided between this virus and dry throats. Now, this virus is known to be an airborne virus, so advisory around wearing a mask is coming from a place of wisdom. So that is something to be heeded. But if you look at it really closely, it does mention cubic centimeters as well. And what does math teach us? That India does not use the cubic centimeters.
Yeah, we don't use that
It is an American term, and it was used in the Center for Disease and Prevention Control guidelines in the United States. So certainly this is not from India. There's also a really weird thing that says that people should avoid public places until March 2020, and that's sort of an arbitrary cutoff.
Yeah, why March 2020?
Why March 2020? Now
Exactly.
it is possible that we may have a cure before March 2020, and we certainly hope there is one. But even this is completely arbitrary.
Yeah, we can't assume that the cure will be out.
And the last thing is you should inhibit the consumption of spicy food, because it sort of the virus is linked with vitamin C. Now there's no scientific backing.
Yeah, that's not
so
true.
Please go ahead and eat spicy food. But of course,
Yeah.
The last thing is that the virus affects children, when in fact it is the exact opposite. Not a single case has been reported from children. Even the associated family of viruses where this is from, the severely acute respiratory syndrome and the Middle East respiratory syndrome, have actually not affected children at all. All cases are of adults. Yeah. So this is false as well. Again, we must iterate. Please do not get health advice and health tips from WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Your life is too precious for that.
And as scary as as this virus is, the fear is likely to cause more damage, by making you do these kind of crazy things. So please don't heed such things, and always look for official confirmation on things. Always see what government has published regarding this issue, and just keep checking the news and keep checking our website for updates, because we will be updating you on this.
Absolutely.
And
We're after this like Hoax.
Exactly.
This is going to be pretty legendary.
Yeah, it's going to grab our attention.
It's going to grab our attention.
And if you really want to see the spread of the virus, John Hopkins Center for Science has released a map where you can see they actually put out all the cases, and it's a very interactive map. You can see all the details right there.
And you can see it in real time.
Exactly, it's updated in real time, so you'll get all the information there. So no WhatsApp on this issue. And with that, we shall wrap up this episode of Fact versus Fiction. Thank you for watching, and catch you later.